What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the HSN podcast. Big day today in the NHL. It is NHL trade deadline, and it just wrapped up right now. It's 4 o'clock, so it's been an hour since, and trades have been rolling through. So we just got on a call real quick to do the podcast because we thought better to do it directly after instead of in the middle of it because a couple trades came in after three. Johnny, Michael, how you guys doing? How was your trade deadline?
I'm good. And actually, I think the biggest trade of the day came in after three. I don't think there's a trade bigger than the Mantha one.
Yeah, 30 minutes ago, I think, right?
So Mantha goes to Washington, and then Detroit gets Verana, Panic, a first and second.
Yeah, Steve Yzerman absolutely just fleeced them.
Because I swear Verana's pretty good.
He is.
He is.
He's really bad in the playoffs, apparently, is what I was reading. But
I don't know about, I don't follow Washington too closely, but from just like an outsider's perspective, that looks like an absolutely great trade for Detroit.
yeah, it's a big return.
I wouldn't mind if Montreal got Mantha at that price, honestly, but French Canadian, I don't mind. But we need players.
At that price, though,
I don't think Montreal's in a position where they should give that up for Mantha.
We have like 18 picks every draft, and then you can't sign half the guys because you only have 50 contracts, and it's just ridiculous. We unloaded some picks, but like not enough. But Michael's team was definitely the most active, I think, out of us three. We'll start with Toronto, Michael. How would you view their trade deadline and like weekend of like counting yesterday?
I loved it. I think Nick Foligno's a perfect fit. Some people may think it's an overpayment to give the first, but from Dubas's perspective, you're going all in. You know, the Leafs haven't won a cup in 54 years, so if you look at back on it, if he sat still and held on to the first round pick, he would have looked like an even bigger idiot. I think it's either it pays off or it doesn't. It's not like you can't really go in between. It's either bust or you go all the way. I think the trade's gonna prove to be good though because Nick Foligno's a big body. He'll hit. He's a good playoff performer. He brings leadership. He's exactly what you want in a player for the playoffs, and that's exactly what we've been missing. I think the trade for Riddick was a good trade to kind of solidify our goaltending because you don't know what's going on with Freddie. He's probably done for the season now. And, Riggs proved he could be like a 1B kind of, not a starter, but at the same time he could split games. So that's also good with Campbell's recent injuries. And then, today pick up a depth D for the playoffs. You always need that. And that's it. Can't ask for more.
Believe it or not, I actually cannot find really anything to hate on the Leafs with their deadline moves. Like, yeah, you can say, like Michael said, that the Foligno was overpaid, but it's the same as Barkley Goudreau last year. Like, I think Foligno's more valuable than Barkley Goudreau, and he got it first. It's just a matter of the Leafs view this as their year, and they should. Like, me and Adam joke about like how the North was a great chance for our teams. I think it's the greatest chance for the Leafs. Don't have to deal with Boston and Tampa. Like, the Atlantic and the Leafs in the Atlantic every year, if they want to make the conference finals, they got to go through Boston and Tampa. Like, and that's just, as we've seen, they can't get through that. So going all in this year, I think is perfect for them. Foligno's going to be a great player in the playoffs. We've seen his time in Columbus. Like, he's led the upset over Tampa way back against Pittsburgh. He scored the OT winner. Like, I've seen that clip go around. He's just an absolute playoff performer. And then that's not just Big Save Dave. That's all-star Big Save Dave to you, Michael. He's an all-star. Don't forget that.
Yeah, don't forget when we just gave all-star games out to just anybody. But yeah, I can't complain. Like, I have nothing bad to say about the Leafs deadline. Sure, 2 seconds probably would have got it done for Foligno for like in a regular year if you're not the Leafs. But you have to go all in this year. You're not making it. You're probably not making it out of the first round in the Atlantic Division. I'm sorry, with Boston and Tampa. So this is your one and only chance to make the conference finals, which I think should be a lock. If you guys don't make the conference finals, I would just sell the franchise to maybe Houston or someone who has some big buyer who has big pockets. Not actually going to happen, but if this is the year that the Leaf fans are saying that this is the cup year, whatever, you have to remember too, though, they played 56 games against teams that are not competitive whatsoever. I think Montreal is either going to be an upset or a cakewalk for the Leafs, and then they're going to go and play McDavid and Draisaitl. You shut them down, you're gone. You make the conference finals.
I think when
you reach the conference finals, you're going to play a good team. So I guess that'll be the telling part of the Leaf season. I feel like if they get past the conference finals, though, then there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to win the cup.
See, I actually think that this year they would be Boston. I don't know. Boston this year just hasn't looked impressive at all, and they're just getting decimated with injuries. But I do it like it is. Everyone knows that this is the Leafs' best chance. Like the North Division is literally perfect for the Leafs, and I kind of agree with what you're saying. Like I think if the Leafs win this, if because it looks like it's going to be Leafs Montreal unless like something drastic happens. So I think if the Leafs would win the series, yeah,
You think Calgary's going to give them a run for the money?
no,
if they
but
make it through?
like this might be
Definitely not.
like this might be biased Johnny thought, but like I still think Montreal might be able to catch Edmonton just because we beat them already 4 times this year and we still have a lot of games against them. Plus we have 4 games in hand. So I think if we can just get the ship back on track, I think we can still maybe potentially catch Edmonton. I don't know. I just haven't rated Edmonton highly all season, honestly. Like, sorry if you're an Edmonton fan.
I think that the playoffs right now are an absolute lock.
Yeah, I think the top 4 are locked, but I
meant like this is how it's going to be. Either Winnipeg or Edmonton, one will fall, but I don't think Montreal will catch Edmonton, especially because you're going to play a desperate Flames team 5 times, and you're probably going to lose 3 of those games if I'm being honest.
You think so? 3?
I think you guys are going to go 2. We're going to miss the playoffs. I'm telling you right now by like 4 or 5 points, like barely miss it. Because that's what we always do in this type of situation.
We'll get back on Leafs in a second, but like I saw someone tweet at then you liked that it was like the math for Calgary to make it is like you got to go 4-1 against Montreal and then 7-4 in your remaining games, and Montreal can go 6-7, then you would beat us by a point.
Right. And we have the easiest schedule out of all North Division.
You do have the easy schedule. I saw that. But to be fair, your easy schedule is taking into account Ottawa, who you guys struggle against.
We play Ottawa once.
Only once?
Yeah, we play Vancouver 4 times. That's why it's the easiest. Because they're expecting half the Utica Comets to play for them.
True.
And you guys already played all of your games against Vancouver.
But we also took 15 out of 18, so I can't really complain.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't.
Yeah, it'd be different if like Vancouver destroyed us all year. But back to the Leafs, just rating Dubas, giving Dubas a grade on the deadline. Like Michael, what do you give him? Then me and Adam will give him ours.
This may be biased, but I don't know. I would say A+ because I don't know what else he could have done that he didn't. Like he put the team in a position to succeed. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, I'd say maybe not an A+, but like I'd say an A-.
Yeah, if maybe the first round pick was a bit much.
That's the only thing I'd say.
I think it was reported that 2 other teams had the same trade up to Columbus. So
I think the only thing that maybe not like Leaf fans, because I see Leaf fans love to trade and like rightfully so, like we've talked about, Foligno's a great player, but I think the only thing that maybe makes that trade look questionable is the fact that Hall didn't get a first round pick.
Right. And that Bennett got.
Yeah, Adam, what do you rate Dubas?
Really
and then we will move on to Calgary.
Are we doing like letter grades?
Yeah.
Dubas B+.
Okay, yeah. So we all agree that Dubas had a great deadline. Dubas, and what's the other guy's name? The cap guy, Michael Pridham.
Pridham.
That guy's apparently just a god from what I've been reading on Twitter the past couple days.
He actually helped develop the last like CBA that's been in place for the last he used to work for the league. That guy.
But like teams are just abusing LTIR. That's definitely getting fixed in the next CBA or like it's getting, because Tampa's abusing it with Kucherov. The Leafs are like not even abusing it. Like they're just finding all these loopholes. The Leafs did it with Nash. Like there's no way the Gallagher's like timeline is like he comes back all right for the start of the playoffs. I guarantee you, if like Montreal's fighting for it at the end, he'll be back sooner. All of a sudden, it's just teams are abusing this LTIR. But Calgary, Adam, BT,
love it.
How was his deadline?
He could just save his job for the summer, because that I don't know how you get 2 second-round picks. We'll say, just because I haven't read much about Eli Hedemaiman or whatever his name is. I was going to do some reading on him after this, but. I think that's unreal return, because, I mean, we gave Sam Bennett 6 years to prove himself, and he's been a fourth rounder or a fourth line player for the last 6 years. So I think 2 second-round picks is a wonderful return, and a third-round pick for Riddick. I mean, can't really complain. BT said that he wasn't going to re-sign in the summer, or it was unlikely. So to get a third-round pick instead of losing him for nothing, and same with Bennett, 2 second-round picks, or he probably would have been the one selected for Seattle in the expansion draft. So
sorry, I forgot. What did you guys get for Big Save Dave? You just said it. I was looking to see if there's any more trades. Third-round pick. That just back to Leafs. That cements to me that Frederik Andersen's not coming back this season.
Yeah.
There's no need to trade for another goalie if you think, even if you think Freddie's coming back for the playoffs, no need. But yeah, think Freddie's played his last game. But yeah, no, BT had a great deadline. I think got rid of out of if I was a Calgary fan, I probably would have wanted to see him get rid of Derek Ryan.
Yep, I was just about to say that. If he also got Derek Ryan gone for like a third round pick, I would have been thrilled.
It's a little surprising he wasn't able to trade the greatest defenseman of all time in Nikita Nesterov.
Or Michael Stone. Don't
bro,
forget.
this guy, he came in and he's been playing good, honestly.
He has been playing really well.
Michael, what do you think of Calgary's deadline?
Yeah, that Bennett trade, like what Adam said, I don't know how you get a better return than Hall got.
Yeah, it's unreal.
That's unreal. Yeah.
Yeah, it actually is though. Like, all joking aside, like I don't know how the hell BT managed to do this. Like,
that's also a big player for Florida. Florida made some nice moves.
Florida made some nice moves, but like, when they announced that Bennett was straight to Florida, I was like, okay, like tell me the fourth round pick. Tell me maybe a third.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's a second and a guy that was drafted in the second round like 6 months ago. So pretty much 2 seconds. I was like, what? It's just I think it's just another example of like Florida going all in.
I would equivalent that to like a first round pick.
Because 2 seconds, pretty much.
Pretty much first round pick.
Yeah, it's two good prospects that you'll end up with. One of them should be an NHLer, just based off percentages.
It's gonna be good because say Florida makes it to the Stanley Cup Finals. 33rd overall pick, I'll take it. That's basically a first rounder.
No, plus, it's the opposite.
Oh shit, it is. Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. It's not.
It's okay.
Let's hope he goes out first round.
Yeah, so it's a mid-second rounder.
Yeah. So 2 mid-seconds is pretty
So good. What are we rating BT's deadline, Adam? Start.
I give him an A- just because we didn't get rid of Ryan for a third or something.
Yeah, I give him a B. Like he did what he had to, but like nothing like significant. Like the Bennett trade significant, but like nothing like over the top.
Michael? Yeah, I agree with you, Johnny. I'll say the same. B.
And next we move on to Mr. Bargain Bin himself, the Montreal Canadiens and Marc Bergevin. We not only made trades, we just threw people away on waivers. I put on my story, ripped the Woodbridge goat, and Michael's sister thought he died, and it was like a friend of ours.
My sister's like, did Johnny's friend die? I was like, what?
Because I responded, like, no offense to Otto, but like his career pretty much just died going to Otto. But all joking aside, like I think he's actually going to be a good fit in Ottawa. I think he'll actually succeed there and like come up with their core if he gets the right opportunity.
I can't wait to see him again at Valor Village, just rocking some.
Nah, I was gonna be rocking the Sens stuff at Valor Village. Yeah. I have a signed hat of him from that day.
Oh yeah, you did get something.
I got my hat signed.
Oh, we got like a stick signed or something.
Yeah, James got a stick signed. Honestly, like players on Montreal, just avoid me like the plague. Like I buy your jersey, I get something of you, you're gone. Like I don't even know if I said this before, but Nathan Beaulieu, he threw a puck at me like when I was at a Leaf game, and then you got traded that offseason. Like just avoid me like the plague.
Avoid Johnny at all costs.
If you want a ticket out of Montreal, like come find me. But then Bergevin acquired 2 defensemen. I'd say bottom pairing defensemen, and John Merrill and Gustafson. 2 of them, one of them will definitely be out of the lineup, and I think Kulak will probably also slide out. But nothing really like major. I kind of wanted to go after Hoffman, but just didn't do any. Hoffman didn't move at all.
I think it was smart though. I think that BT or not BT. Fuck. All I have on my mind is BT right now. I think that Bergevin, that's it. They both start with a B. So I think Bergevin like played it safe, and I think that was like smart of him not to, because you would have probably given up like. Actually, maybe not, because Hall didn't get a first round pick. But
you would have gave up like a second for Hoffman, maybe a third. But like I would have done that. But the only reason I'm hoping we didn't trade for like a 4 that can play in like the middle 6 is Cole Caulfield better come up. Like enough's enough. I get we had to see how he did at the start of his pro career, but the guy went in the AHL, scored 3 goals in 2 games. Like let's just call this guy up already. Like even if he doesn't perform at the NHL right away,
just plays against the Flames in these next couple games.
Just want to watch him play. Just want to watch him play, honestly.
Yeah. Get his jersey.
Nah. The only way I get his jersey is if he wore 13, because I would just get Domi taken off and put Caulfield on it. But
then he would really be the next Johnny Gaudreau, eh?
Maybe I'll find his jersey at Winners. But if I have to rate Bergevin's deadline, you give him a C+.
That's what I was gonna say. C plus.
I think I'd give him a B if he didn't lose Mete for nothing.
Yeah.
Like I'd give him a B minus if he didn't lose Mete for nothing. He'd get an A plus if he just called up Caulfield.
I can't. That's not the trade deadline though, John.
No, but just the transaction of the
Yeah.
weekend. I'd call up Caulfield right now, please. Nick Robertson's playing tonight. Like he's depriving Hab and Leaf fans of killing each other on Twitter.
I know, man. It would have been a crazy game.
Like Twitter was already a fireplace on Friday and Saturday when they were playing the AHL. Like they just need to play in the NHL so Twitter can have a meltdown. But
the thing with Bergevin, I feel like he's always just trading for depth guys, though.
Oh, if you tell Bergevin it's the trade deadline and he needs to go acquire some depth defensemen or depth forwards, his biceps just get bigger.
He's the king, bro.
He loves it. Like when we won the Atlantic in 2016-17, we were linked to Duchesne, and I'll never forget. We brought in Steve Ott, Andreas Martinson, Dwight King, and someone else. Oh, and Jordy Ben.
Wow.
Just depth at its fine. It's amazing. He loves depth pieces at the trade deadline, and I guarantee this is what he's going to say in his press conference. Prices were too high.
Mm-hmm.
We had some things fall through, and you can never have too many defensemen. Those three things. It's like a bingo list. He's going to say, especially the defenseman thing. He's going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd bet my life. But now we'll move on to the rest of the NHL because I don't even want to rant on Bergevin. Like I wasn't planning. I'm just saying he loves depth defensemen. Winners and losers. Does anyone want?
I can start. Losers: Edmonton Oilers and Winnipeg Jets.
Yes.
I feel like you're not doing anything to even try and compete with Toronto. That's like just me in my mind solidifying that Toronto is just going to run away with this division come playoff time. The other two aren't really two competitors. I don't see Montreal as like a big competitor as Winnipeg, not so much Edmonton, because I think that they're pretenders. Like Mike Smith isn't going to play this good all year going into the playoffs too. I know he was great for Calgary in that run, like in the playoffs, but like,
well, don't even call it a run. It was 5 games.
That run of good play for Mike Smith. I just think that by them not doing anything, it's like Toronto's like, okay, like no one's going to throw anything at us. Like Edmonton could have easily paid that for Hall, 100%. Yeah. So
what's that in Edmonton terms? A second and
who knows? Nothing, really.
Yeah, like a prospect in your system. Like I was.
So I don't understand why either of those teams didn't make any like substantial trades, because you would think that like this is the year you'd want to make it out of the thing, go all in, because you want to be the best as a constellation prize for us being 26 and 0-26 in the last 26 years of a Canadian team winning a Stanley Cup is to at least be the best Canadian team of the Canadian teams. So that's what I don't understand is like no one's even trying to challenge Toronto for this to go to the conference finals. Like this is a once in a lifetime chance for the NHL, and I don't know. I just hope that the playoffs are competitive, man. I don't want Toronto to go 4-1 and win both series like that. Like it'll be pretty shit.
Well, I think the biggest thing, like I don't know, Michael can talk about this as a Toronto like perspective, is like, yeah, they beat Montreal a lot this year, but they've all been like 1 or 2 goal games with an empty netter. Like they've been close games. So I think Montreal Toronto would still be a good, especially just the rivalry aspect too. Like I think it would go to at least 6-7 either way.
It'll probably go to 6, but you really got to think that. Sorry about that. Ear rape for whoever's listening.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You also got to think like there's no way that the Leafs go out first round. There's just no way.
I don't think it's likely, but I'm saying like it could happen. But it'll be. I'm saying like I don't think it'll be the cakewalk you think it'll be for them, because even I think Winnipeg will have a good chance at taking them. I'm not saying beat them, I'm saying good chance of like keeping it competitive. I think Winnipeg's a loser just in the fact that they didn't acquire a defenseman not named Jordy Ben.
Right.
Jordy Ben,
buddy.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know. He even played for us too. That's sad. I really thought they were going to acquire a top 4 defenseman like Derek Forbert in your top 4. I don't care how like he's been playing along Pionk. Not what you want to see.
No. Not at all.
So I would have Winnipeg as a loser. Also, sorry, I just saw this on Twitter. That's why I've been distracted. You know how like this one guy on Twitter shut him out? His Jay Fresh posts like the player cards of like Adam Gaudette has a 5% WAR.
Yeah, WAR.
But then all his stats were awful. I saw that.
Yeah, but then if you think that's bad, the guy they traded for has a 3% WAR.
Jeez.
Like, how do you not get better when you trade a guy with a 5% WAR? So yeah, I saw that and that was just mind blowing. But a team that I think also is a loser is the Buffalo Sabres. Like, you can't tell me that when they signed Taylor Hall, they didn't at least think, okay, even if he doesn't like push us forward with Eichel and like we make a run to like the playoffs, we will flip him at the deadline and we're at least getting a first and an elite prospect. The fact that they got a second and Bjork, who I don't even know who Bjork is, like they're just a loser in my opinion. They traded Montour, Stahl, and Hall, and just got nothing of substance.
Yeah, it's honestly a joke.
Michael, who's a loser for you?
A loser?
Well, we've named we've named three that we like. If, do you have another one, or you can just add on?
I don't know. I think the Habs should have done something bigger. Honestly, I know you guys were cap crunched, kinda.
Would have had to be
But
money in, money out.
yeah.
But who would you have added? Like, who would have really? Who? That's what I was thinking about. Like, that's why I'm not too mad about it. Who could Montreal have added that would have put them over the edge?
That's the thing. I would say like Granlund would have been a good pickup, but at the same time, Nashville wasn't didn't sell at all. Him. I think they're gonna end up being a big loser.
Nashville,
because I don't think they're doing anything in the playoffs.
They kept all these players for maybe a 5-game series tops against Tampa.
Yeah. Maybe Pittsburgh, another loser, like Carter. I don't know what you're doing with Jeff Carter at this age.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he retired.
And what did he get? Like a second and a third?
It's a third and a fourth, but like if Pittsburgh makes the finals, that's third becomes a second.
Okay, I thought it was a second and a third. But also his cap hit is like 5.3. What is it? I think they retained.
I don't know. They retained, but it's still like it's his contract from his prime, so it's a big contract.
Yeah, he's still gonna be on the books for $3 million next year too. So I don't know.
You know who's a loser? James Duthie.
Why? What did James Duthie even do?
This poor guy had to sit all day and talk about nothing. Nothing happened today. Probably
TSN coverage.
Probably the boringest trade deadline. Like,
it was pretty bad. Not gonna lie. I had high expectations of it after last night's frenzy of trades.
Like I couldn't go to sleep, but last night I was in bed, kept refreshing Twitter until I fell asleep because I'm like, it's just gonna pop off.
Yeah, I thought that he was just gonna get all the shit done yesterday, but wait till the last minute to get it done today, which is I don't mind.
Yeah, no, at least he got it done.
Yeah, this is true.
So now we'll move on to winners. We kind of touched on it. I think we can all agree Toronto's a winner
easily.
So
I think that the biggest winner after that trade is Detroit. Like that is such a
Detroit's a winner
return for Anthony Mantha. Like that is a huge return.
Detroit's a winner.
Columbus is a winner. Columbus got a lot of just in
Columbus
two trades.
Is a winner.
Got a lot. Yeah.
No, but yeah, Detroit Steve, you need a rebuild. Call Stevie Y. Guy's a god. Just unreal. Just a pure god. That's all I gotta say about him. Like this guy got a first, second, and 2 players that are serviceable now, and I guarantee. Because I think Varane is an RFA. I guarantee Varane either he's going to sign to a cheap deal or he's going to get flipped.
Probably.
And then he'll get a boatload back for Varane probably because he's Steve Yzerman and that's what he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Columbus, they have 3 first-round picks now. They're definitely a winner.
Yeah.
Anyone else off the top of my head?
Tampa didn't do much, but honestly, just with that David Savard trade, I know they gave up another first. That
was just a bad trade, man. I'd rather have John Merrill for a 5th-round pick than David Savard.
Yeah, because their advanced analytics are the same, but it's just another one of those things. Like Tampa wins the cup again, doesn't really matter.
Well, I think
I think David Savard will be huge for them.
Nah, I don't know. I think they could have done better than just David Savard. I mean, they're cap crunched, but
who else is a winner? Curtis Lazar is a winner just for being tagged along in the Hall deal to get out of Buffalo. That makes you an automatic winner.
Has more points and goals and thing.
Not points, but goals.
Sorry,
yeah. 6 goals. He's definitely a winner. Anyone just got out of Buffalo over the past couple of weeks is a huge W. Anyone else that's a winner? I'm trying to think of. It's hard because there wasn't many trades of substance.
Bill Zito in Florida, just what he's done in this year that he's been GM.
I can't believe that they might actually take the President's Trophy. They have a solid chance.
Yeah, Leafs might win the President's Trophy too, honestly.
Yeah, no, it's the Atlantic.
I don't even know. The last Canadian team to win the President's Trophy, I think, was Vancouver 10 years ago.
Yeah, Calgary was close last or 2 years ago. Well,
Yeah,
not close.
you guys probably would have won it if Vancouver didn't
Yeah.
have like the greatest season in regular season history
You mean
in 82
Vancouver.
games. Tampa, yeah. Sorry, not Vancouver. Vancouver isn't that right? Vancouver comes back to play this week though, so they're a winner.
Yeah, they're gonna be. That's gonna be an interesting.
That first game out the block is gonna be real rough, probably, because like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I like.
I disagree with them coming back. To be honest with you, just play point
I
percentage.
think it's like I think the team had to like probably agree to coming back because they're technically still in the playoff race, I guess. So maybe like the competitive edge in them wants to come back.
Yes.
Like if Montreal loses tonight to the Leafs, then they'll just be 8 points back, but 2 games in hand can take it down to 4. Like you never know. But yeah, I think that's it for winners and losers.
Mm-hmm.
And today on TSN, they ranked their top 5 like Stanley Cup contenders from 5 to 1. So we're gonna do the same. Like we'll start at 5s. All 3 of us will say we have a 5. Then we'll move on to 4, etc. So just put a list in your head and remember it. So who do you have at number 5? I have the New York Islanders at 5.
Okay, you go first then.
Well, I'm just saying I have the New York Islanders at 5.
All right, I have the Toronto Maple Leafs at 5.
Sorry, a little stumble there. You know what? I'll go with Johnny. I'm gonna go with Islanders as well.
Let me point out.
Because I think they'll come out of that division.
I have Leafs Islanders tied. Like I'll say that.
Okay.
So no one attacked. Like no defense. Same bias. I have Leafs Islanders tied. I just really like what the Islanders did, and their defensive play and like the postseason is always effective. Like as we've seen the last couple of years, they made a couple of runs. I have Leafs Islanders tied.
Yeah, I have the Islanders next. So I guess we can go to my next pick.
Yeah.
Number 4, I've got the Islanders.
I have Carolina at 4.
Ooh, really that low, eh?
Well, it's just because I don't know. I think Tampa's knocking them out. Tampa's ridiculous.
I don't have
Tampa. You don't have time in your. We'll get to that. Go.
What do you say?
No.
I'll go with Johnny again. I think Carolina's at 4.
I'm just big brain. What can I say? No, yeah, like I think.
Wait, but if you had Leafs tied, how did you? Or you have Leafs 6 technically?
No, like I have Leafs. Like Leafs and Islanders are coin flip. Like I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about the Leafs until somehow I forgot about the Leafs till Adam mentioned them, and I looked at my list. And since I rank the script, so like I have my list right next to me, I forgot about the Leafs. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even read the script, so I wasn't ready for this. But
okay, I made the script
Islanders and Carolina.
I made the script right before the podcast because I was waiting in case anything big happened on trade deadline. But yeah, I know. I have Carolina at 4 because I don't know, they have good pieces, but I think their division's just hard. That's pretty much what I'll say. Number 3, I have Vegas.
Got Carolina.
I'll go Colorado.
I think Vegas. Oh, I think Vegas is an interesting one because depends who they run with in net. Like last year, they won with Leonard.
Marc-Andre Fleury's going back to the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, but see, last year they chose Leonard. Do you think they're going to choose Leonard again?
No, not a chance. Not a chance.
Leonard's been playing good since he got back. That's why I feel like
Fleury has a 209 goals against average and a 925 save percentage in 28 games. How do you not ride him?
Good, the same thing as last year. How do you not ride him last year?
They didn't ride him last year.
Well, I mean, because that was what, the second year with Leonard? First year of Leonard?
It was the first year because technically they traded for Leonard from Toronto. Technically,
yeah. You're gonna use it if you got him, like
Robin Leonard, Toronto Maple Leaf legend.
Anyways, number 2 for me is the Colorado Avalanche.
I have Tampa Bay Lightning at number 2.
I have the Leafs.
I figured Michael would have the Leafs high up.
I'd honestly put them 1 just because I'm so confident in what this team could do. But
yeah, like I said, I have Tampa Bay second. Michael, you said Leafs. Yeah, but Michael's very confident on the Leafs. I just want to say that. Like he's been confident in the past, but this year his confidence is at an all-time high.
I think
I'm not even chirping. I'm just saying, like, we'll wait and see.
Nah, you're chirping, Michael.
I'm not chirping. I haven't chirped at all. Like in previous years, I've chirped way worse, and we're way better.
No, but you're chirping. You're chirping on text. You're pretty.
Really.
You're pretty confident.
Confident. I think we're gonna.
Anyways, I have Vegas as number 1. I strongly believe whoever comes out of that division is winning the Stanley Cup.
I have Colorado with the same logic that you think. Like, I think Vegas Colorado is gonna be a dog fight, and then whoever gets out of that is gonna. That might be the best series in the playoffs, honestly. Vegas, Colorado.
100% it will be that, or even the whoever ends up playing of the 3, Florida, Tampa, or Carolina.
That's gonna be a good. Yeah. See, the Central, I think the most important thing in the Central is
Wait,
you
are
have
they
to
all
win.
in the same division? They are, right?
Yeah, they are. But that's why the Central's is key because you got to win the first round. You got to come first in that Central.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have to play like Tampa, Carolina, like Florida. Like you don't
Yeah,
want to have to play
Carolina.
one of
That's
those.
gonna be a dogfight. Carolina, Tampa,
Because
Florida.
yeah, if you have to play Carolina, Florida, or Tampa in the first round, and then whichever team came in first in like the second round, you might be just worn out by the time you get to
Honestly,
the
even the East Division, man, that's a sick
well, like
division.
honestly, like looking at the divisions, like I get why they did it, but it's just like the North is just kind of not a joke, but like
No, it's a joke.
the divisions are so hard. Like,
Dude, Edmonton and Winnipeg wouldn't make the playoffs in the other divisions.
Winnipeg's
no,
a solid team.
Replace Edmonton with the Rangers, or replace Edmonton with the Chicago Blackhawks. Actually, they'd probably make it in the Centrals.
they'd make it in the Central. That's what I'm saying. Like I think the North is probably the most
They'd
balanced.
probably make
The
the West.
North is the most balanced 1-7, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess
That's what makes it like hard.
I don't
But no, but yeah, it's I think the East and the it's just the other team, the other how do I word this? The other divisions have multiple teams that are cup contenders. The North realistically has one.
Right.
Like in the East, you can see a couple teams coming out of it if you're like thinking of it from a neutral perspective, outsider perspective. The Central, you can see a couple teams, like the three teams you mentioned coming out of it. The West, you see Colorado, Vegas coming out of it. The North, like if you're looking at it from a completely outsider perspective, like neutral, you would probably say like Toronto's the only like logical option to come out of it. But yeah, like they always say,
crazy things. The playoffs are a crazy
the game's won on the ice, not on paper. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens there. But that's pretty much it.
I genuinely hope though that Calgary makes a run at Montreal just so I can be entertained for another month. I know we're not going to make the playoffs. Just at least make it somewhat competitive.
I just hope Montreal can, like, we'll get into this now because that's pretty much it for our trade deadline. Like
preview this week.
Nothing really, not much happened. Like we said, most of the trades happened yesterday. It was a pretty boring day all around. But if Montreal can just beat Calgary these 2 games this week, like that would just eliminate Calgary and cement Montreal in the playoffs, which would be nice.
You guys lose all 3 games this week, and we win all 3 games. It's like 2 games. You guys have 2 games in hand, and would be tied in points.
I think it's more than 2.
2 more games remaining. No, it wouldn't be. Oh no, it would be 3 games. It would be 3 games in hand. 3 games in hand. Tied in points.
Who's playing in net tonight for the Leafs? Campbell or Hutch?
Campbell.
I think Campbell.
Campbell's playing tonight. Damn.
Adam, what are your thoughts on the Riddick trade?
Oh, I think it's great for you guys. Riddick's a good 1B.
You're gonna miss him though.
Oh, I am as a person, not a goalie.
Like as a person, yeah.
He's inconsistent as fuck, but he's a good 1B goalie. He had a good relationship with Matthew Tkachuk. I hope Matthew Tkachuk has like fire lit under his ass, and he's just gonna play like great for the rest of the season because he lost his best friend and Riddick. So
big save, Dave, baby.
That's another thing. Every player we've added over the past like year has had character, not just on the ice. Like they've been good, but every player has added so much character, and that's another thing.
Who has no character on your team?
Who?
John freaking Tavares, man. That guy's a brick wall. I hate his guts.
Adam hates John Tavares.
Guts, but I hate his personality. It's just so like
he's like calm. He's really calm.
Like way too like he has no personality at all. That's why I don't like it. Hate's a strong word. I don't hate you, John.
By example,
I know you're watching this. But yeah, no, I just as a captain, like how do you pick him as your captain?
Like well, I think we can all agree it was gonna be Matthews if the incident didn't happen.
Yeah, for sure.
If that incident didn't happen.
The cop thing.
That didn't happen, and like the fact that he didn't tell the Leafs, like it was just all really bad timing. Yeah. But it would have been Matthews.
Give it to Morgan Riley over.
Yeah, Captain Morgan would have been good, but
come on.
I think even if he had told the Leafs what had happened, I think he still might have been named captain. But I think just the fact that like how it played out is why he's not captain.
Like Michael, you can admit that he's kind of a weak captain, probably the weakest in the NHL.
Okay, not the weakest in the NHL. There's definitely more.
Ooh, go name a weaker captain than Tavares.
Okay, well let me think of
Tavares. Once in the game, he's invisible for the rest of the game. And I've talked to so many Leaf fans that say the exact same
weakest
thing.
Captain in the NHL. Weakest captain.
Come on.
I'm trying to think here. Come on. Michael, preview Toronto's week while I think about a weaker captain.
Like you think you would rather take Dylan Larkin as a captain than Tavares?
I don't know enough about Dylan Larkin. Like I'm not a wing. Like I don't want.
But Tavares is just like even people on the team. Like you just know who he is. You know what he's done in the past. Like
he's a veteran.
See, but that's the only part I argue with. What has he done in the past?
Nothing.
He's
He
just
won-
John
oh, wow,
Tavares,
one
John.
one great overtime winning goal against who was it?
No, I'm
Florida?
not arguing that he's a bad captain. I'm just saying about the what has he done in the past. Like,
In terms of winning, not much,
yeah,
but he still carried the Islanders. He was the only good player on the team for so many years.
Yeah, so
He
there's
makes
a lot
everyone
of
around.
there's a lot of instances like
He
that.
makes everyone around him better. That's like the biggest captain leadership.
okay, he's not
quality.
like looking at teams here. Like, he's not the whatever you said. Like, would you say weakest captain?
But like weakest in the sense of like
I'd say Nico Heischer is probably a weaker captain.
Nico Heischer's
Eichel.
like 20.
Eichel's probably the worst captain ever. Like
Eichel?
Eichel's a
Honestly,
baby.
you
He
know what?
doesn't even want to be there, and you make him captain.
I could, you know what? I'll agree with Michael there. Eichel might be underneath Tavares. Maybe it's like pretty even. But see, Johnny, you're having a hard time. Like,
Because I don't know, like, I think it'd be easier if you looked at the list. Because like, I don't know how you're defining like weak.
well, I'm just saying, like somebody who just doesn't exude leadership in the sense of like Mark Giordano, a leader, like Connor McDavid, a leader in more than one way. Like he cares more about.
So you're not okay. So you're not talking about on ice play as much. You're talking about like.
No, I don't care about how. I'm
you-
talking about as a pure captain.
So by your like thing, would Shea
Yeah.
Weber be a good captain?
Probably.
Yeah, like okay. So I now I understand what you're talking
Would
about.
be-
I think Tavares is a great off ice.
I think a
off-ice.
captain has to be strong. He's going to stick up for teammates. He's going to be loud in the dressing room. I just don't see any of that in John Tavares at all.
He does seem like a quiet guy, but I'm sure he's a good captain. Like because you think he's been named captain now in 2 separate places.
Places. Yeah, I get that. So I mean, I'm not in the dressing room, so I can't really speak like that. I'm just speaking on how he like, I guess, acts on the ice and like to media and stuff. He just doesn't exude like leadership. Learn out leadership.
Who's Carolina's captain?
I don't think they have a name.
Aho, isn't it?
No.
Aho?
No, it's not.
Is
They
it
didn't-
Stahl?
I don't
That
think
might
that-
be a weak. That might be a weaker one.
Oh,
Did they?
No,
Is
Jordan
he
Stahl's
actually?
really
Is he
good.
actually captain?
I think he might be.
I don't think so.
Well, if it's Jordan Stahl, that might be a weaker one.
No, obviously, but I don't think it's Jordan Stahl. I don't think they have a captain.
Let me see a photo of Jordan Stahl. There's just nothing on him. No, he's an assistant.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
They-
no. September 29th, they named him captain.
Really?
Yeah,
Like of this year?
September 29th. Yeah,
Oh shit. Okay, that's fair then. I mean, he is a Stanley Cup winner, so.
yeah. Because then wasn't he? Wasn't he like him and like Justin Williams were like co-captains? I remember at one point.
Right.
But now I guess it's
Oh
just
yeah,
him.
he's the 2-time winner, right?
One
or no,
time,
one
09, and then he
right?
got traded like
Yeah.
2012ish. I want to say, but yeah, we didn't really preview our team's week. But
Now
point is, guys, it's a big week.
it's a huge week
If
for Calgary.
Calgary if Calgary has a good week or Montreal has a good week, it'll determine the playoff race a lot.
Yeah.
Big
Friday
game.
could be a huge day for
Yeah.
me and John's friendship.
Yep. Big round of golf on Friday as well.
That's exactly it. We tend to get competitive then, and then when we come up, like
Quick score prediction for the game tonight, even though by the time this comes out, the game will be over, so people can laugh at us right away. Michael, Montreal, Toronto score prediction tonight.
5-4 in overtime for the Leafs.
5-4. You think Jack Campbell's gonna let 4 goals in him again?
I mean,
know.
he has been playing like.
I don't know. We never nail these anyway.
Adam, quick
Predictions. Leafs
What?
are winning though.
3-2 Habs. There's
Wow. I think Montreal wins tonight just because I think they're due for a win. Like all these close games keep going. Like the Leafs.
Oh
way, I
yeah,
feel-
that close game against Winnipeg.
Close game.
No, I'm not about close games against in the league. I'm saying against the Leafs. All the games have been close. But I'll say
That
like
Winnipeg game, dude. But
that Winnipeg game
I
was so
fighting
close. But
with Neil.
I'll say 3-2 as well, Montreal. But yeah, no, I meant like the close games against the Leafs. Every game I'm pretty sure has been like a 1 or 2 goal game.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Winnipeg game was super close.
Yeah, dude, that was probably the best game I've ever seen the Montreal Canadiens play. Honestly.
That was amazing.
All right.
But we're
Well,
gonna get cut off here probably
So
because Adam doesn't buy Pro.
me, why would I buy it? I don't even set the things, the calls. All right, guys, take it easy.
Yeah. We'll see you next week when Montreal sweeps the season series against Calgary. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.